Hi guys, John with another knot tying video. I'd like to demonstrate how I tie the hunter's bend. If you've watched any of the episodes of the JRB climbing system, you know that the hunter's bend is my favorite bend for closing my friction loops. Let's start by inspecting the finished product. In this polarity, and I'm holding the rope in the fashion it would sustain a load in the vertical direction, with my tag ends shooting out the sides. I've got two bars in the horizontal transverse direction. On the back side, as I call it, I've got two angled bars. From above, you can see that they both go on one side of the rope, and on the bottom they go on the other side. So we've got pretty good symmetry here. It's pretty easy to inspect the finished product and make sure we got that. Okay, so I've got a loose strand of rope here, and I'm going to repeat that. Now, I tend to tie my knots not sitting at a table. I tend to tie them as I'm standing at a tree, and so that's the way I'm going to show my method for tying the hunter's bend. And I start by creating an overhand knot, as the fundamental bend itself is the marriage of two overhand knots. So I start it in this fashion. I create an overhand turn and then up through with the tail. And I did it in that fashion because I'm going to be operating on because I'm right-handed. I started in this fashion because I wanted this portion of the overhand knot on the right side. I could have created an overhand knot this way, and then the overlapping portion would be on the left, and that's not where I want it to be to work. So I'm going to create it this way so it's on my right. Now with the other end of the rope, I'm going to bring it in over and put it through a hole in the center of that overhand knot. Okay, so pay attention here. It comes out the back side. Staying with that theme of always over, I'm going to put it over the standing part. And the last piece here is I locate this. This is the tail of the original overhand knot. And I'm simply going to chase that through. I'm going to locate that and chase it through. And here I have to stop and inspect as I draw this tight, but on the one side I have a symmetrical knot, the other side it's symmetrical. Let's make that taut. And let's inspect it. So got those two horizontal bars, and you've got those two angle bars. To get anything different, you don't have the hunter's bend. You've got a mistake, and you'll need to go back and retie that. So I'll do it once more at normal speed. Create an overhand knot in this fashion. Take the other end of the rope through, over, and if you stop and inspect it right here and look carefully, you'll see you've got two overhand knots. You've got an overhand knot with my right hand I'm wiggling, and I've got an overhand knot with my left hand I'm wiggling. And if you draw that tight and look for symmetry the whole way, you'll get exactly what we started with, the hunter's bend. Safe and secure bend, and relatively easy to untie if it's only been loaded with, let's say, the weight of a human. It's also known as the rigger's bend. Everything needs two names in the knot world. The hunter's bend or rigger's bend, my favorite bend for the JRB climbing system. Thank you, and be safe.